Welcome everybody to the Desert Canal. Today we're going to be testing small live bait versus big live bait. These are the two bridges we're going to be fishing. We're going to be fishing this one that we're parked on, and then we're going to be fishing this other one. I have had more success at that one, so I think that's where we're going to start today. Without further ado, let's get our stuff. Let's walk over there and let's begin this. I guess you can call it an experiment. Whatever, we're going to catch fish, baby. That's all I care about. All right, let's make our way to this side and I'll kind of explain what's going on. That owl is there every time. Oh, he just flew away. Oh, he landed again. No, this way. All right. This is where I have my success most of the time. I think first I'm gonna throw on a live minnow and just see if there's anything moving around down there. If not, we'll throw on a worm and try and catch bait, because that is what we have to do for the bigger bait. So let's get ready here. You're really gonna poop right there? Right there, really? We just have a little clip bobber, and the reason I like to fish minnows on a clip bobber is it just kind of gives them the opportunity to like swim in circles on the top. On the bottom, they're kind of restricted and you can't really cover as much water. I don't know. Sometimes I put them on the bottom too, but we got a couple split shots, and you guys know I love my mosquito hooks. That is a size 8 mosquito hook. I personally think that is a must for minnows because their lips are very thin and you want to be able to just poke that hook right through and not break through their lips and cast them off, because that happens a lot. But all right, here we go. First bait up, we're going to put a minnow on first. Let's grab one if we can here. We grabbed a pretty small one. All right, now these minnows are really small, but I like to just hook them through the head. Just like that. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it. That's just the way I like doing it. Honestly, if it gets eaten, it's gonna get eaten and you're gonna hook them. I don't really see a difference in hookup ratio that much. But here we go. Live minnow first. Hope he stayed on. Okay, here we go. I'm just trying straight out first. We will eventually get to the bridge, but we're just gonna try out in the middle first. It's still kind of early. Let's see what we got here today, if anything. We're still drifting back there, so I assume we have not been eaten yet. I can actually see reflections of pillars down there. I didn't even know they were down there, so. All right, let's see if we still got our bait. We do. Well, you know what? Since we're not having any luck, we're gonna change it up. I'm gonna put a worm on. I really thought this minnow would get it done immediately. What do we got in our bag of tricks? We got some night crawlers, maybe. You alive? Hey, you're alive. He's trying to play dead. Hey, if we don't get anything here, we'll move back to that first bridge, which is kind of crazy. Current's moving though. I mean, this looks like a really poppin' time that there would be fish moving through, so I don't know. You guys know how I like to rig it, just threaded on the hook like that. We got our bobber down a little deeper now. So hopefully, I mean, this is it. It's pretty rare that the worms will outfish live minnows, but you just never know. You got to try everything. If it's not working, change it up. We'll see how this worm does, I guess. We're going to know pretty quick, I would assume. Not a thing. Before we move back to that other bridge, guys, I'm going to sink this. Let's sink it. We'll go straight across. We do have a fairly light weight too, so we'll be able to just nicely drift the bottom. That's a bite, I think. Yep, we got a bite. Fish on. Fish on. What is this? What is this? I don't think this is going to be our live bait here, but we got something. What the heck are you? First one of the day on the worm, bouncing it on the bottom. You are a channel. All right. There's so many catfish here, guys. It's crazy. A channel. This is the second time in a row that we've started the day with a channel cat. Do we try and flip them? 8-pound test should be enough, right? Yeah. All right, well, and he swallowed it, of course. But a nice little channel under the bridge. That's not too bad. Doesn't really pertain to our experiment at all, but you know. Well, it's not our bait, but it's a start. I'll take it. You guys know I love me some catfish. He smacked that live worm being bounced on the bottom. Next up, we need some bait though, so tell your bluegill friends to start biting down there. Hey. All right, well, let's try that again here. Let's try that again. The sun is now coming out, so hopefully that means good things to come. I think I'm just gonna break that. There we go. Where are you guys at? That's the hard part about panfish in general. Right on the other side. This is where I was getting them the time before, guys. Just drifting right over here. That might be a fish. We got a fish right out here in the front. Kind of just stopped for a second. I don't know what it is. What is that? Oh my gosh, it's a huge shell cracker or reddy or whatever you want to call them. That's huge. Let's get him up without air. Oh my god. That's a huge live bait, but and he's spawning. I don't know if we'll keep him or not. They get really pretty when they get these colors. I have a lake back home in California. I used to fish all the time and catch these guys, and we got some massive ones before. Massive. If we catch any smaller than this, oh my god, then we will let him go. Well, an interesting start so far. We're getting panfish on the bottom. We caught a catfish. It's just kind of how these canals are. I'm gonna get back down there and see if there's not some more. That was not under the bridge. That was kind of like right in the middle. And like I said, if we catch some smaller ones, I'm gonna let that guy go. But for now, we need some bait. So let's try that again. That was right about there-ish. And we were just kind of bouncing the bottom. I know there ain't one panfish in there. There ain't one. That could be why they're not under the bridge anymore. Now they're spawning. They're gonna be further out. Is that a bite? Got another one. We got another one. Ooh. Feels like a gill, maybe. Feels huge though. What are we? Oh my gosh, what are we? It's another one. He's giant, dude. Oh, huge, man. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Well, they're definitely spawning. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. We got one giant in there that's actually smaller than this, so we're gonna let this guy go. So we're hoping for some smaller ones. That is a beautiful fish. Boom, shot right out of there. Well, guys, since we do have a bait, I'm gonna go ahead and put him on there, just because I don't want to waste any more time if we don't have to. Alrighty. Well, today, for our big live baits, just take a seat here, why not? We got our Catch the Fever. This is the medium heavy. This is the medium. And honestly, it acts like a medium heavy. There's not too much bend. And when it does bend, it bends about here-ish. Yeah. I have 25-pound test on this. Now, for just straight up flathead fishing in like structure and rocks, 10 out of 10, do not recommend. However, we're in a canal. The most we're gonna find is probably some downed trees. And last time we caught a flathead, we were able to get him out with this rod and this line. So we should be okay. We have a 2-ounce weight with a bead protecting the knot. And then we have a barrel swivel, 50-pound leader. And this is only a 4-aught Gamakatsu hook. because I was anticipating some smaller live bait. You always want to match your hook size with your bait size. You don't want to have an undersized hook. However, that's what we're going to have today because that's what I got tied on. All right. Oh my God, hold on, bro. All right, there's our live bait. When it comes to hook and live bait, everybody kind of has their personal preference. I've experimented a bunch of different ways because I was actually new to live bait fishing when I lived in Virginia, with big live baits at least. So when you have a bait like this, you can usually go one hook. You're good with that. And there's a couple different ways you can do it. Some people like through the lips. I used to do that a lot. However, just through trial and error, I've seen a slightly better hookup ratio in the back of the dorsal. The caveat to this is fish often fly off the hook when you're going to the back of the dorsal. That's why I did it so long, because they stay on in the lips. But we're gonna go back through the dorsal, and we can kind of just feel our way around these scales. Pop that through just like that. And that is the issue with using small hooks. See, our hook point right here is not very pronounced at all. So if you get a really big fish, you're probably not going to hook them. So if we had like an 8/0 hook, that would be perfect for this bait. But for now, this is going to have to do. And if we catch a smaller one, we'll have a better chance of actually hooking the fish. But there we go. There's our live bait. Oh my gosh. If it gets eaten, I hope it's something serious. That's all I'm saying. And since this bait is so big, we'll likely put the clicker on. This fish itself may even be able to run out clicker though, so this is going to be interesting. We're going to throw it. So bad. That was so bad. There we go. All right. Now the pro with smaller live bait, you can put it in a better spot. With that huge one, I mean, he's gonna... Is he just sitting there? I'd like him to just run under the bridge. For this bait, I like to use the clicker. That allows the fish, you guys can hear it right now, to swim as it pleases while it's down there. And when the fish grabs it, they have time to eat it before we set the hook. So we're gonna leave that right there. We got our big live bait in there. The consensus usually is big bait, big fish. Sometimes that is true, sometimes it's not. Get out of there, man. I am going to get back in here and try and catch some more fish. Seems like they're on the bottom today. How it goes sometimes. Good thing we didn't move and we at least tried to figure them out. We just need some smaller ones, that's it. Smaller ones are gonna get crushed. Is it a fish? Oh, we had one. Did we just break off? No, we lost our worm. We had one though, right out in the middle. Well, interesting start to the day. We did get one big live bait. We're gonna hold on to him. I'm gonna put him in the bucket. We're gonna go to the other bridge, switch to minnows, and see how the bite is with minnows. We're gonna keep that big live bait down under the bridge just to see what happens. Okay, here we go. Other side. Maybe because the water's higher. Let me put these on. A little better. Maybe because the water's higher, there's gonna be more fish over here. I'm not really sure. We'll see. First things first, I'm gonna get this big live bait down there. All right, there's that. Let's get him down here. I'm gonna put him towards the middle so he's kind of out of our way. You guys saw the size of this thing, man. And I can actually get this one like a little under the bridge, which is nice. There we go, he's on the bottom. I can now set this up just like that. And if we get eaten, hopefully we see that pretty well. And now it's minnow time. We're gonna try the minnows. Maybe drifting them under the bridge will do a little better. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Here we go. Live minnow. I showed you guys how I like to hook them right there in the top of both lips. Sometimes one, if they're big enough. These ones are obviously really small, so first cast. Let's see what's up with these live minnows. If they're a scam or not. Is this even gonna float to the bobber stop? It does. We're gonna let it go straight back, and then we're just gonna watch the line, because that's usually the best way to do it. Hopefully that minnow gets eaten. Oh, that was a bite right there. We're getting bit right here, guys. That was a bite. We got him. We got him. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. All it takes is the right drift and you'll get another species, baby. Well, guys, there we go. That is our third species of the day. A little micro smallmouth. There he is. Beautiful fish, though. Really clean. Let's get him out of here. Thanks, guy. Appreciate ya. Alrighty, we're back on the other side now. We were really not getting anything over there on the other side, so we're back here. And since sinking it on the bottom did so well for us, I think we're just gonna keep doing that. So let's go out. Boom. Since the sun's out, it could have pushed them under the bridge. I'm not sure. We're about to find out, though. Come on, baby. Be a bluegill. And be... We got one. What is that? What is that? It's a smallmouth. Dang. I was hoping it was a largie, man. Oh. This fish looks identical to the one we caught. Alright. Well, there's another little smallie. We need our largie. I know smallies are cooler. I agree, but for the sake of the challenge, we need something different. Don't do it. We need a largemouth. Still gonna try in the same area and just kind of hope that maybe there's one bluegill over there and one largemouth. Who knows? One that's a little more bait size, perhaps. That's a bite. Fish on. Oh, what is this? He's pulling really hard. Jesus, man. What the heck is this? Is it a largemouth? Oh my gosh. My heart. Oh my gosh, it's another huge red ear. This isn't even fair, dude. That is massive. Dude, these are the ones that you eat right here. Whoa, insane. Don't want to get spined by him, so we're gonna get him out. He's so colored up, he looks like a crappie. Look at that. Thanks, guy. These red ears are pulling amazing, but man. There we go. All right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They all seem to be straight out on the bottom today, which is strange, but I'll take it. Just drifting a night crawler. Drifting a night crawler. Oh, please stop. I think that was a bite. Fish on. Guys, they are just stacked right there. I think it's another giant red ear. Look at this. They pull hard, man. Dude, this is wild. Oh my gosh, look at the size of that thing. Look at the size of that, man. Jeez. I know. Look at that massive fish. Oh, huge, man. I don't know how many giant red ear we've caught today, but our camera battery is dead because our lives. Let's switch back to the bobber. Hey. What are you tripping? Oh, that looked fishy. I think we're bumping into stuff. Got him, never mind. We were not. Oh, it's another bass. What do we got? Please? Oh, it's another smallie. I mean, hey, man. Biggest one of the day. He's out of there. Three smallmouth, a ton of these huge red ear. They must be spawning. And then we got one channel cat on the bank. The flatty we need, the largie we need, and we might be able to get a bluegill also. But man, fishing is great. I can't complain. Right, bro? Yeah. Sometimes all you need is worms, guys. That's just how it is. Today we have caught in every single species on worms. I'm gonna hope that there's some type of largemouth over here for us, because we're still getting fish almost every cast in this drift. So, I mean, there has to be some more down there. Oh, was that something? I must be bouncing the bottom, man. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Dude, there are so many fish over here. It's insane. Oh, I think it's a bluegill. I think it's a bluegill. Yes, let's go. Another one down. Another one down. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Beautiful. That is our first gill of the day. You could definitely tell the difference. The bluegill right there, the bars that they have, and just the shape. The shape is a little more round on the top rather than like a longer body. All right, well, it took us a couple hours, but we finally got our next species of the day. Let's go. And guys, despite sinking our live baits for another 2 to 3 hours, we were unable to catch any fish on those. I just wanted to let you guys know I really tried. Just wasn't in the cards for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.